What if we replace clouds with balloons? It began with a simple question at a global climate conference. What if we just got rid of clouds? No one laughed. Not because the idea was good, but because everyone was too tired to laugh. After decades of fighting climate change, managing droughts, storms, floods, and a sky that couldn't decide whether it wanted to burn or drown us, the world was exhausted. And so, when a particularly eccentric but well-funded team of engineers proposed an alternative, balloons, they got a green light. Not metaphorical balloons. Literal ones. They called it the Atmospheric Buoyancy Redistribution and Light Obstruction Optimization Network. The acronym was ABRLIN, but the public just called them sky balloons. Instead of water vapor floating around, unpredictably massive helium-filled, solar-responsive balloons were released into the atmosphere to replace cloud coverage. The idea was simple. Each balloon would be solar-powered, GPS-guided, and algorithmically programmed to behave exactly like clouds without the rain, lightning, or surprise thunderstorms at your cousin's wedding. The results were colorful. Each country insisted on customizing their own balloons. Japan's were minimalist, soft silver ovals that glided like koi fish. Brazil's were carnival-themed, glittering in gold and green. France gave theirs berets. America's came with marketing. The sky was no longer a place of mystery. It was branded, geotagged, and often sponsored. You'd look up and see #Cloud by Nike drifting lazily over a sunset. Children loved it. Adults tolerated it. Meteorologists had existential crises, but without real clouds, rain disappeared. At first, this was amazing. No more soaked shoes. No more soggy sports events. Wedding photographers wept with joy. Umbrella stocks collapsed. But soon, reservoirs dipped. Crops withered. People realized that, for all their inconvenience, clouds had been doing something useful, bringing water. So ABRLIN updated the balloons. Now they had drizzle modules releasing programmed mists when and where needed. The problem? Algorithms struggled to understand need. Deserts got flooded. Cities received light showers that evaporated before touching the pavement. One balloon over London accidentally triggered a gentle, constant drizzle for 73 consecutive days. The British barely noticed. Farmers began hacking balloons. Rogue programmers recoded local clouds to hover above their fields longer, release more mist, even block sun from their competitors. A new class of cyberweather crime was born: precipitation piracy. In response, ABRLIN implemented encrypted sky protocols. Hackers responded with weather NFTs. Meanwhile, the artistic community thrived. The sky became a canvas. One week, all balloons turned into floating jellyfish for Ocean Awareness Month. Another time, a global event had them shaped like endangered animals, each dripping a soft rain of biodegradable glitter. Everyone looked up more. People stopped scrolling just to stare. The world was suddenly filled with accidental beauty, but problems grew. Balloon collisions caused unpredictable spirals. One mishap over Siberia released thousands of gallons of artificial rain, forming a lake where none should exist. A storm of wet confetti in Canada took out the power grid for 3 days. And helium shortages meant many balloons began descending slowly, trailing long sensor wires like jellyfish tendrils. The skies became crowded. Sky traffic grew. Balloon congestion was a real thing. The final straw came with the Great Pop.It happened during a solar flare. ABRLIN systems glitched. Thousands of balloons simultaneously lost altitude, crashing into towers, trees, and terrified citizens. Some popped with dramatic force. Others deflated like massive sighs, landing in city squares like tired parade floats. In the aftermath, the WorldSide 2.it had been a beautiful experiment. The sky had never looked more alive. But clouds, real clouds, returned quietly as if they'd been watching, waiting. They brought thunder and rain, dramatic sunsets, and sudden chills. No sponsorships. No programming. Just sky doing what sky does. People got wet again. But some secretly smiled when they felt the first cold drop hit their face because it wasn't artificial. It was real. Unpredictable, messy, beautiful reality. And somehow it felt like coming home.